Have you all ever had an idea and thought to yourself, wow, this sounds so dumb, and then you did it anyway? Welcome to today's video where I decided to spend 24 hours straight at Barrows, and it was exactly halfway through where I realized I hate this place. Not because it was boring or hard, but because I forgot Modash nuked my account's RNG. Initially, I was planning on showing loads of clips of all the cool items I got and hopefully filling out some log slots, but it didn't really work out that way. Before we get into the loot, let's look at our pre-24 hour log. Before we get started at the 24 hour grind at Barrows, I wanted to go ahead and show you all what exactly we've gotten from our 594 loots. I've also taken a screenshot of the runes we have in our bank, so we do not include those in the total. I'm going to get started, and this is going to be beautiful. The wiki states that getting an item at Barrows is 1 in approximately 14.57. For those of you who like quick math, in approximately 594 chests that I've done previously, I've only hit 30 items, which is basically 1 in 20. Surely we can't do much worse than an item rate of 1 in 20, right? Well, before we get into the loot, if you end up enjoying today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload videos like this one. It was exactly 12 hours into this video where I realized I had made a mistake, mostly because I had only gotten 4 Barrows items by that time, and we had only looted 102 chests. Doesn't take a genius to figure out that's a 1 in 25 rate, but little did I know this was going to be the highlight of my Barrows adventures. But don't feel bad for us because it wasn't a total wash. I did this on my only chest account, and doing Barrows is one of the most conducive ways for me to obtain high-level catalytic runes. So at least I had that to fall back on. Let's look at the log. After 24 hours, I somehow managed to only snag an additional 5 items. Kinda wild. For those of you who love math, that's a rate of 1 in 40.8, which is actually worse than what we went in at, which I thought was going to be impossible, but here we are again with RuneScape telling me to go buy lottery tickets instead of trying to get anything statistically average on their game. I did think this rate was absolutely abhorrent, so not being new at this whole, man, I'm so dry, I wonder what the chances of this are, I went over to the wiki and I decided to input the rate of getting a drop. 1 in 14.6, I was generous, I did a little bit higher. We did 204 kills and I obtained 5 items, and as you can see here, I had a 99.547 chance of getting more than 5 drops, and Wiki couldn't say it better, the vacuum of space has more activity than my drop log. Now let's take a look at the 5 items I did manage to get while we spent 24 hours at this hellhole. I ended up getting the Darok's helm on chest 628, which was chest 34 for this series, and I'm just going to stick to that number from here on out. We got the K-Bow at chest 36, the Carol's Coif at chest 42, and we got a Varrock's helm at chest 74, and another one on chest 188, and that's also where I got this champion scroll. I guess that's where all of my luck decided it was going to go. Now, 2 of these items were unique, so I am thankful for that. We got the Carol's crossbow, which I did not have, and the Carol's coif. Let's go ahead and price check everything that we've gotten so far. We'll start by adding the mine runes. I don't know why at all is not an option here at the beginning, but let's just go ahead and slot all this stuff in. And we got 9.4 mil to add to our bank here, which, to be honest, isn't that impressive, and if you want to break down, it's a lot less than what the wiki says it is per hour, but I'm trash, so let's go ahead and do the math ourselves. You're looking at roughly 400k per hour, which I guess isn't too bad, but I'm level 114, and the only thing that I can do with these items is keep them, because I'm certainly not going to out them. While the log isn't that impressive, I did manage to snag loads of catalytic runes, which will prove quite useful in my upcoming raids at TOA and Chambers of Xeric. Now my gear is pretty trash since I wanted to be a special boy while playing on this account and only use gear and items from chests, hence the name Only Chests. I was averaging about 8.5 kills per hour, which is something that any level 50 can easily do and achieve with a Trident of Seas and Barrows teleports. As long as you're not brain dead, you really can't do much worse than this. For those of you interested in what my gear was, it's pretty simple. I had full Arums, Barrows gloves, a Mystic Fire Staff using Fire Wave, Glory, Swamp Bark boots, and a finished Book of the Dead. Or Darkness. I don't know why I said dead. For melee, it was full Torags, a Dragon Hosta P, a Rune Defender, Glory, Barrows gloves, and of course the Swamp Bark boots. And for range, it was Aram's Hood, a Bofa, and the Zami Blessed body and chaps. Nothing too out of the ordinary. When I was killing the brothers, I obviously killed all of them, and I killed 2 skeletons and 1 bloodworm, which got me to slightly over 86% favor, so that I would not get high enough to get bolt racks. I didn't really care about getting those since I already had the Bofa, and I really just wanted these runes. The runes will be quite handy. There's not really a lot that I can do in raids other than cast barrage spells, and because I have full Arums, I thankfully am able to do that. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and before you all go, I just want to say I am looking forward to continuing this series. I plan on doing a bunch of chest content for 24 hours that people may not know about, or just so I can bang my head against the wall and you don't have to and you get to watch the outcome of it. But I do want to give a special shout out to the channel members, Tom, Father Duo, and Rob K. Thank you all so much for continuing to support the channel and going above and beyond. And for the rest of you, thank you all so much for checking out today's video. And just like Wiki said, I will see you all later in the vacuum of space that is this account.